Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. This is the Italy DLC, a new truck and a new area to explore. A whole new country, to be exact. Check out. This is very nice. The exterior of this truck is amazing. This is a new Scania brought in here, a new Scania V8, and check out the interior and exterior of this truck. Here's the interior view, just absolutely beautiful with the red trim, and look at that, even something from Terminator 2. Today we're hauling that little trailer over there. You see that large trailer, the oil tanker? We are hauling that now in the Italy DLC all the way down to the island of Sicily. So if you're not familiar with, you should be, because this is really awesome. So we have all of Italy unlocked now with this DLC, the island of Sicily being just off the southern tip of Italy, and we're now going to Catania, and we're going to go all the way down to Villa San Giovanni in order to take a ferry across to Messina and get down there. So this is awesome. If you guys want to see more of this, go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that like button just to let me know you want to see more Euro Truck, more DLC, and more American Truck Simulator as well. We're going to drive all the way from Rome down past Cassino, Napoli, and then down to Cannizzario, just to that other crossing that I mentioned earlier. Lots of cities to explore, a lot of which I've never heard of and can't pronounce their names, but they are absolutely gorgeous, and I would say that this is a cross of both the Scandinavia DLC and the Vive la France DLC. You can see here that there's a lot of winding, challenging roads, and it's really going to be awesome for those of you wanting to haul giant cargo up and down hills, short distances like I do. Italy is perfect for you, especially if you're traveling widthwise between cities. It's really awesome. Main highways going down the length of the country, but real winding territory across in between. Let's go ahead and take a look at our truck. Our truck is absolutely amazing, and listen to this startup sequence. Beautiful, baby. And that V8 is super powerful. Listen to this. Woo! All right, everyone, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and pick up our cargo and start heading down the coast, and I'll explain as much as I can. Again, for those of you wanting me to play American Truck Simulator, asking when we're going to play, of course, I usually play things as the DLC comes out, and now it is Euro's turn, a Euro Truck's turn, I should say, to have Italy, a very nice welcomed addition to the family. This is a new factory, by the way, the ExoMar factory, which is something we have not yet seen before, and it's really just a new pickup facility for your trucks, and there's a lot of new territory to pick up and drop off from. For example, just like in the Vive la France DLC, when you were picking up logs or something, you had to go outside of town, and Italy is no exception. So, for example, if you're going to drive outside to go to some sort of a quarry, let's say to go pick up porcelain, then you're obviously going to drive outside of town quite some distance, and they really simulate exterior driving. All right, check that out. Another new feature, I don't think I've seen that before, a gate that actually opens up when you drive to certain facilities, which is really cool. So it is like a private drive for truckers. So we're going to get out of here. We're leaving Rome right now. I didn't see the Colosseum, but maybe you can spot it on the way out. I don't know if it's actually here or not. We're in kind of an industrial area that's outside the city, but it does simulate perfectly city driving, highway driving, and the transitions between the two, not to mention just absolutely gorgeous drives on the side of cliffs and on the side of rivers and lakes and mountains, and just all sorts of beautiful terrain that I just cannot get enough of. In fact, I was looking for another excuse just to play the game and kind of do some sightseeing as I did in the multiplayer. So, all right, time to head out to the roundabout up here. I see that there's one waiting for us, and then we're going to also head out onto the highway next. So say goodbye to Rome as we are getting on our way finally to Catania. The police in this game, by the way, I see a cop car there. They are plentiful, and they also will drive in Lamborghinis, and will do all sorts of different city driving and highway driving. I believe they're more plentiful on the highways for the Lamborghinis, but anyway, we will actually, did I switch gears properly here? Oh, I sure did. All right, sometimes it takes me a second to realize what I'm doing here in Italy, but we got it. So Italy, by the way, the roads are very similar to that of the roads in Sweden in terms of the smaller roads that go between cities. The highways seem to be a lot more like Germany, and the city driving and transitions seem to be a lot like France. Let's go ahead and take a look at our fuel and our sleep here. Looks like we're pretty well rested for the time being, but we will need to sleep soon, so that's good. We'll showcase that a little bit later. We'll show what it's like to pull off the road and actually stop at a gas station, which is much different than the rest of Europe. Okay, well, we're heading on to the on-ramp now. The on-ramp here is indicating that it's a 40 km/h ramp, but you got to go a lot faster than that in order to compete with traffic. In fact, with your truck, once you get up here, man, you better be running. So speed limits here are 80, and as I mentioned, the cops are plentiful, so don't speed. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're everywhere. There are Lamborghinis and speed traps all over Italy, so definitely once you hit your max speed, which is usually 80 on the highways, make sure that you lock her in with cruise control. Okay, so we are on our way now. We are going, as I mentioned earlier, down to Catania, so we will take a ferry at some point down there. And one thing that stuck out right away, right down there on the road, you can see all cities and exits are laid out nicely. You can actually see where you're going and what lane you're in before the sign even comes up. So way before you can actually get into the proper position to either bypass or exit if you need to. So here we're exiting, going on to yet another highway on a 70-mile-an-hour exit, but we'll probably keep her up or around 80. There's not really speed traps on these transitions, but sometimes you just got to go, especially in a truck. One thing I need to make mention of, too, is the optimization in Euro Truck Simulator is really beautiful. It's very good, and in the Italy DLC, I've noticed a little bit of sluggishness on some transitions between cities and highways, so you may experience some frame loss when you're playing, so just be on the lookout for that, as they're probably going to fix that at some point. And there's a lot of new cities added aside from the first 4, which are totally redone. Those cities that used to be available, like Verona and a few others that are in or outside of Italy, I forget exactly what they're, for example, Milano is one I can remember. Those have been redone, so those of you who have 100% map exploration, you're going to see a lot of new transitions highway-wise and layouts of cities when it comes to entering Italy. But this DLC is definitely worth it. Euro Truck is totally worth your time and money, and like I may have mentioned, runs on pretty much anything. You can put this thing on a toaster if you want it. Oh! There's a speeding violation, and I think I just heard a cop blow by too. I think we got hit in a transition where it went from like from 80 to 70 to 40 back up to 70. I don't know why they just don't let you travel through 80. So there you go. Good example of cops being everywhere, but I don't really mind too much about the violation. I am happy that I was able to actually show off that you can get pulled over by police, and that there's also speed traps everywhere too. Sometimes you got to floor it though. A nice thing is even though they have a lot of toll booths in Italy, like holy crap toll booths, you can actually use telepass. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that, basically what happens is they'll take a picture of your license plate and charge you later. So long as you're in the right lane, such as this vehicle here, he's going into the far right lane. If we stay here and drive at about 40 kilometers an hour, we can probably pass through here with no trouble. You can usually go a little faster, but there you go. You don't want to go much faster than that. That was actually cutting it a little close, but that's okay. That's what we do here in the Rat Pack. Again, check out the exterior of the truck. Almost looks like an Adidas truck, doesn't it? The 3 stripes on the back. Just absolutely beautiful. A really nice truck, and again, that truck there available in the vanilla game, so really nice to be able to play with that one. Alright, so we're going to get back up to speed here at about 80, and hopefully no more speeding tickets for me, though you will probably get the majority of speeding tickets in traps where you may pass through a city, or, for example, just in-city driving, so that's possibility number 1. Okay, we're up to speed now, so hopefully we pass a gas station at some point. And again, I want to know where you're watching from here today, and what do you think would be a fantastic addition to the game? Now, I, for example, am from Minnesota in the United States, but if you're from, for example, Ireland or Portugal or Spain, I would love to see those added as kind of a further Western expansion. I could definitely see Portugal and Spain being bundled together as a beautiful addition to connect to France. I think that would be incredible. And Ireland would be a perfect addition too. Next to the UK, they've already got several cities already established there to really make it hit it home, I think. If you were to take a ferry across, it would be perfect. And there's plenty of beautiful territory in Ireland to really add something nice to Euro Truck. It probably wouldn't be as expansive, and they could definitely add it for free, but the beauty of Ireland and Portugal and Spain are just gorgeous. I mean, it's just really awesome. And that's really why you want to get this DLC, folks. It really is just a tremendous addition to the game as well. So a lot of transitions here, a lot of roads that are similar to Germany here. I'm actually going to try to get over to the right lane here, and a lot of these lanes seem to end or continue on here, but we're going to keep trucking here to Catania, and we seem to be okay on sleep, so we'll pass this one transition. But an immediate thing that just flies up into my mind is that this is really much either highway driving or mountainous driving. There's a lot of transitions to the highway to where you then are in the mountainous terrain. There goes a police Lamborghini. I thought that was a Lamborghini there. I've definitely seen police Lamborghinis for sure. But very similar to Europe, everywhere there is a gas station where you can completely pull over and get way off the highway in order to get gas. And there's some of that optimization hitting us now. But again, don't fret. Things like that will pass and should be pretty good and shouldn't affect you too much, and will probably be buffed out in the coming weeks. Again, I like this game so much that I'm using this recording as kind of just an excuse to play some more. And the island of Sicily, going to a separate island, is just beautiful because you'll be able to drive along the coast the entire time. So you know it's going to be just an absolute gorgeous experience to drive around there. Now, Italy's terrain is very similar to what I've seen in pictures, and a lot of historical buildings are there. Though I don't know what a lot of them are, there's really a vast amount of castles and forts and old Roman ruins and sites where you can see a lot of history. Though you can't really drive into downtown Venice or something like that, you can definitely cut it close and see the town from the distance, so that's really beautiful. Not to mention the wonderful sounds of the truck, so it's a real good road trip experience. And one thing I'm looking forward to as well is with all of these new assets from the DLC, mod makers have a lot of great tools to use now. Italy could use a lot of these trees, a lot of these buildings to possibly make Greece. If some people wanted to do a Greek mod, or, you know, obviously there's the Pro mods that's out as well that adds a huge amount of new cities and countries. Well, that's one thing that they could use for assets elsewhere, not just Greece, but anywhere. So it's a really relaxing game. For those of you who there's always people who snark at simulators, and I used to be one of those guys who it was a guilty pleasure. But it's really amazing. Like, for example, I'm using the Logitech G920. And this steering wheel, the Logitech G920 Plus shifter, is amazing. It's really good and recommended for racing games, such as iRacing or Forza. But to use it in a setting where you're just driving a truck, some people will be like, dude, what are you doing with your life? But they don't know. They don't know. It is really awesome to drive in your own virtual trucking company. And, you know, for people who put a lot of time and money into, for example, flight simulators, man, trucking is definitely for anybody. You can do this with a basic controller if you'd like, or, of course, a steering wheel, which a lot of people do. And that's just what makes it really fun. Moments ago, you saw an electronic billboard, and that was cool to see. I've not seen one of those before in the game, and I'd like to see a lot more of those, so perhaps they've added new assets with a recent update to some of these countries and cities. But now we are yet again exiting, getting off the main highway now to go towards Napoli and Bari and Catanzaro, which we will pass eventually to get to our next destination. So yeah, again, a little optimization there, bumping through, but it should be okay. What do you think of the Terminator, the skull up there? Really cool for the accessories pack as well, which we're playing with. Now, just so you know, I'm not playing with any mods at the moment, but if anybody would like to suggest mods or drop links, please do as well, for anybody including myself, for realism or for immersion or for additional trucks. Now, the reason I'm playing with vanilla at this very moment is because there's really nothing that's that I've seen before that I want to add on to, and to show everyone what comes with the DLC. So, for example, if we had a huge realism pack on, it might confuse somebody as to what Italy truly is if there's additional trees or assets that you wouldn't normally see. You can also play Euro Truck Simulator with multiplayer, so make sure you look for the Euro Truck, or rather the Truckers MP, which stands for Truckers Multiplayer mod, in order to play. Just beautiful. Look at some of these farms. I mean, you guys should be looking around. I'm trying to watch the road, but you, everyone watching, just look around. It's really gorgeous. Euro Truck started back in like 2012 is when everybody started to play, and since then there's been big DLCs pretty much each year, including the addition of American Truck Simulator. And as I may have mentioned, people often ask me, what would you recommend? Which one's better, ATS or Euro Truck? Well, they're two different languages, to be completely honest. A lot of people think that America Truck's better because, oh, it's cheaper, it doesn't have as much DLC, so it must be better. But there's not as much to explore yet, and each state will eventually be its own DLC. But they've done the same here in Euro Truck, and there's much more completeness, a lot more territory to explore. And as an American who's from Minneapolis, Minnesota, I don't see these roads at all often. I've never been to Italy. I've only been to Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and also the Netherlands. So I've only experienced those roads, including the Autobahn. But a lot of those inspirations come into these roadways, and I think makes me a better driver in Europe. Definitely not perfect, Oh, look at that beautiful sight over there. That's cool. Look at some of these landmarks. That's definitely got to be something that's a national monument or something. It looks like there's a tunnel actually going in there. I wonder what that is. Looks like an underground base of some sort. Oh, I think Italy's got a space program or something. They're making a moon base. Italy 2, they're calling it. All right, let's go ahead and scoot over. Oh, my signal didn't work when I flipped the signal. Wow, what is that, actually? I'd like to know what that is. I wanted to get closer to see it, but all right, let's signal back into the other lane. I think I may have bumped a car there, too. Uh-oh. Luckily, if they stop close, if they stop, you won't get a ticket for it, and your cargo doesn't get damaged, so we're okay. Sorry, I'm more enthralled with the sights and sounds of Italy than I am the actual traffic. There should be a way to turn traffic off and just look at all the beautiful sights. Beautiful. There should be a mod where you let a friend drive and you just look out the window. You ever have a friend like that who just, when you get in a car, they never say anything? I have some friends like that where once we go on a car ride, you try to have a conversation with them, and you're like, hey man, did you hear anything I said? Huh? Oh no, I was just looking out the window. And it's like, oh man, you weren't paying attention. All right, let's get over to the left lane here. I don't think this guy's going to let us by. And I don't think this is the telepass lane, so let's try to cut over. Maybe it is, I'm not sure with the blue lines. There we go. Raptor, you gotta drive better, buddy. Alright, keep that gate open for me. So practice will make perfect in this game for sure. So the more you are trucking, the better you will become. And I'm just really excited to look at this territory. I'm so distracted by the beauty. It's really good. I love it. Vineyards everywhere, tunnels, here comes one finally, and some really beautiful territory where you will go through a tunnel to go through a mountain and then directly over a bridge, so it's really incredible. And I think I see what could be an orchard up there, and some windmills as well. God, those are beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. Alright, let's go into 7 high here, and we'll cut her back down to 80. Back into that right lane, too. Oh, another car coming. Oh, boy, I hope that's not a cop. Come on there, buddy. Boy, some of those people who hover in that lane. And this game does a really good job of simulating traffic, too, where people will speed up or slow down for virtually no reason, and then city traffic is a real nightmare, too. The accessories pack is what I have to make mention of the 2 GPSs on the screen. There's one in the dash for the Scania, and also one on the side next to the window, and it's nice to actually have that because whether you're looking in your mirror or looking down at the dashboard, you can kind of see where you're going. Alright, we're in good cruise mode now. I'm gonna have to pay attention to my lane changes, but everything's really good. Again, if you're not really a truck driver like me, I've never even been in a semi as far as I can remember. So long as you know how to drive a traditional manual transmission, you should be able to master the steering wheel and the pedals, no problem. We're gonna get past that mess right there, boy. Who didn't merge, guys? Come on now, learn to merge beforehand. See, simulates real life. People waiting to the last minute to merge. Again, beautiful mountains here. Driving further into the southern part of Italy is just gorgeous. I thought there was more mountainous terrain in the south, but it could also be in the north. I don't really, I guess, know the topography, but just beautiful to look at some of those trees up there. And the oil cargo is definitely a new cargo available, but isn't anything new cargo-wise. The trailer is new, but the oil is not something that's new to the game. Oh, more mountains to go through. Wonderful. I'm feeling more relaxed now. The game really helps to relieve stress of a daily grind. And for those of you who do like flight simulators, maybe try out one of these games, because you get to do a lot more looking on the ground. Look at that, beautiful. Bridge on either side, or bridge there with like a ravine on either side, and then we go through a tunnel. Love the designs. It's like, well, there's a mountain here. We just got to blast through it. Nothing we can do, and then boom, they make a road right through it. Beautiful sky. Obviously, no chance of rain at all here. 500 meters to a restaurant and gas station. I think we'll have to sleep pretty soon. Oh, Yep, there it goes for the sleeping. All right, well, let's go ahead and pull over. Let's grab some gas and some shut-eye and head down and deliver our cargo. I'm going to show you here exactly what it's like to pull into an Italian gas station. They all seem to be set up the same. If you go straight here, that's for regular cars, but if you want to go and fuel up your truck, you do have to exit to the right, and then first you go through a parking area here for truck drivers, and then eventually you can get your fuel. So first you got to sleep, and then you can fuel up. So it's kind of cool. I like it. And they're all set up the same, too. They're all mimicked. So there must be a law or something. Or this is maybe a specific brand or something like that. Alright, some nighttime driving now. So for those of you wanting to see that, here we go. Let's take a look at the exterior of the truck. Very nice. Now let's flip on some of those lights. I forget exactly how to do that. Adjust lights. And we're going to turn on some of those larger lights on the exterior of the truck. There's some lights that are just up on top of the grill, and they're going to look really cool. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to turn on the front auxiliary lights, and I think there might be roof auxiliary lights. No, not here. All right, so we're going to put those on, and that's going to really look awesome. So that's part of our high beams. Look at that. Wow, that looks awesome. I'm a little triggered though. The paint job of the oil tanker is not precise to the truck, but that's okay. All right, I wish we could have those high beams on all the time. All right, we're gonna pull up and get some gas now, and we should be able to drive the rest of the way. So that is one thing you got to do in the game, is take naps and pull over and get some shut-eye. Though, unfortunately, you won't be able to pull over anywhere. You do have to do it in designated spots. You can't just pull over on the side of the road and take a nap. That wouldn't work. All right, we're going to fuel up here. We're probably going to get about almost over 150 liters of fuel. Oh, almost 250. Wow, all right. The tank is now full with 223 liters. So let's fuel up and roll out. And there we go. Not too bad driving in this game. And again, I was pretty intimidated when I first started playing Euro Truck, as, you know, I didn't know much about European roadways. I wasn't sure how to really drive a European truck, for example, but it turns out to be quite a game. All right, let's go ahead and get it into the higher gears and get onto that highway. Traffic's really busy this time of night. Must be after a football game or something let out. Everybody's heading back, even the truck drivers. Okay, so as for purposes of being able to see during the video, I'm going to go ahead and hit the high beams, and everybody's going to be like, what is this maniac doing now? There'll be people who click to them, why do you have your high beams on? But, you know, it's so that way you can actually see. Now, you won't get a ticket or anything for doing this, but it does help for you being able to see what's going on. All the action here in Euro Truck Simulator, so we'll keep those on. Plus, it looks sweet. So now we are going down to our destination. And let's go ahead and take a look at the map quickly, just to see where we're passing. And we got a little bit of a way to go before we get to Napoli. I think we may have passed that, but I'm not sure. I don't think so, not yet. It should be down this way, just after our second right turn. Oops, didn't mean to hit that button either. My bad. All right, back into, there we go, realism mode. All right, so 80 kilometers is pretty much the base speed limit. It's nice they don't make you slow down in the tunnels. You maintain the same speed. And it's just a fantastic DLC. It's awesome. I'm just in love with it. What's that up there to the right? Looks like a large retaining fence maybe for wild animals. And it looks like those skid marks you see in the road might be for when they do construction. Every day, bro. You know, just casual. You know, YOLO with that bump. It's a pretty casual trick. You know, almost completely destroyed the truck, but it's casual. Why, we must have bumped the curb there or something? Is that what we did? Wow. I'm impressed with that. Wow, they do have some big curbs on the side of the road. Wow. Again, the terrain on the sides is beautiful. Oh, and I think I just saw a Raptor truck pass by. I do have one mod in the game. Maybe you'll be able to spot it. There are Raptor trailers driving around that have my logo on the side of them, so maybe you'll see that. Yeah, it's not a Euro Truck episode without me almost goofing up and blocking traffic and exploding. That's definitely true. Alright, so again, we're going to try to do the speed limit here. I don't need any more speeding tickets. A beautiful little ravine over there, and a beautiful little lock for water control. Really nice. Alright. Yeah, yet another tunnel. This makes Austria and Switzerland look like nothing. I thought Austria probably had some of the most beautiful bridges and tunnel combinations in the game, but they ain't got nothing on Italy. Italy's just tunnel, 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 tunnel. It's really amazing. Alright, so Napoli is up ahead. So we're almost there. This Scania is doing perfect. And in fact, I think when we designed the truck, I did make sure I chose the correct horsepower and transmission to give it the best possible, at least for the Scania, ability to traverse and climb hills and go up and down, and also transport regular cargo. There's a little example there of the optimization being poorer than I'd like. Now, of course, my computer's not the best in the world, but there are definitely some instances where I've hit a few bumps there. So if you encounter that, just keep in mind it's temporary. Nothing really to judge it too harshly on at the moment. Oh, Tarantino. I love his movies. That's great. Wonderful. Alright. So we are heading south now, and here comes that second curve I was talking about. 80 kilometers an hour in a truck just seems like 10. It just seems like we're barely going anywhere. But I'm glad we're on a highway now and just able to cruise. Though I wish it were daytime, to be honest. We could have lasted a little longer with sleep. It's a nice thing about the game, too, is when your guy gets tired, yeah, you still got about almost like another 8 hours until he has to sleep, it seems. He can go quite the distance. Just taking a drink of water, too. Man, it's like a job when you drive these trucks. I mean, even in a simulator. But again, you can start your own company in the game. If you haven't yet seen Euro Truck, you can, instead of selling your old truck when you upgrade, you can just buy a new one and then hire someone else to haul the other truck for you and haul cargo around. It's really crazy how much money you can make from a AI driver. Especially if they're trained well enough, they'll make a ton of money. And then you can put it all into your truck. Make them do the hard work, and then you pimp your truck out. That's the American way, I think. Alright, let's take a look at the exterior. Wow. That's really impressive, that exterior. And a little beautiful town over there. Really don't get to appreciate the game at night as much as I should, but it is nice to see a little village off in the distance. Factory over there. You can see the smokestack's got a light on it. Just immense details in this DLC. And I'm really hoping that the mod makers do a lot of crazy stuff with Italy when they get their hands on the assets. Not only Italy, but also other countries as well. Some of these bridges and tunnels could be used for that. Boy, it just feels like we've slowed down to a crawl. But we're still doing 80. It's mesmerizing, isn't it? You know, pretty soon I'm getting a new PC. Hopefully when you watch this, I've already got it. But with 3 curved monitors that are coming, I'm really hoping that the experience of looking left and right at the truck will be a lot easier. Plus, it'd be nice with something like a track IR. It's not something I've used before, but a lot of people seem to happen to recommend. And I would definitely say that's a good recommendation, especially if you're going to be playing a game where you need to be looking around in a stationary position, Flight Simulator, for example, or a game like this. You don't necessarily need like a, a headset, a VR headset. You could probably just use a track IR. But one reason I haven't gotten it is, if you think about, as a YouTuber, if you're live streaming and you're reading chat during that live stream, you're going to be looking over at another monitor, which, could make your head turn all the time, and looking over this direction, for example, would be really, 1, irritating for the viewer, and 2, very disorienting for the driver. But I guess it's something you can get used to. Plus, I think there's buttons you can press to have it stop detecting a head change for a moment, and then once you put your head back into position, it can lock back on to your head position and start tracking again. Just a beautiful DLC, and I'm happy it's a drive from the center of Italy down to down to the coast, southern coast, and then across to Sicily. Sicily's one place I really wanted to see. I've heard a lot of great things about Sicily. We had a lot of great Italian members on our community as well. When we used to play a lot of air-land battle, a lot of Italians loved to play that game too, which was like a real-time strategy game, but man, people love it. The Italians love themselves a plane, especially a jet, you know. Alright, so we are going to, I guess, get down there soon. I wonder what our destination time is. That right now is 4 hours remaining, so that's about like another maybe 20 minutes in the game or so. So I would imagine this video at this point would be just under an hour, unless we have to stop again or there's major traffic. Definitely major traffic now. I want to pass these guys, but I think there's another truck in front of this truck. Let's take a peek. I can't really see around them. But let's signal and pass. Ah, there we are. We see another fuel truck there. Looks like he's probably hauling gasoline, I bet. So we're gonna... Oh! I was gonna say we're gonna pass... Oh, was a cop directly... Was that a cop directly behind us? Is that it? Oh, no. You gotta... Hold on a second. Hold on. Given the odds, there's no way. I was gonna pass this guy, like, going way faster. Hold on. That can't be a cop behind us, is it? Of all the people to be in front of, it can't be. Hold on. Let's just take a quick look. It is, isn't it? Oh, wait, no, that's like a Bugatti. Oh, it's right there. Oh, he's in front of this other truck. Oh, please. If you're in proximity, I guess, of the police car and they see you, then they will definitely get triggered and give you a ticket. Oh, that's... What a jerk move. I wasn't anywhere near that guy. But there he is, creeping in the night. Oh, well. So, yeah, it seems like Italy, like France, is just packed with toll booths and speed traps. Actually, I'd say probably the UK's got more speed traps per distance. But France has definitely got many along the highway and other roads. We're good to pass in front of this guy. And I wasn't even going that fast, officer, to be honest. Come on, I was doing like 90. Come on. Look the other way. Maybe I could bribe him. That'd be a cool feature, wouldn't it? Ability to bribe police. Now watch, he's going to blow by me doing like 90 here in a second. I bet that'll happen. And then again, the speed limit for trucks is less than actual civilians. Regular cars. There's the cop now. Again, we have our high beams on just to be able to see. Otherwise, you'll only be able to see that much. So it's nice to be able to see what's coming our way. Alright, give a little bit more space. I'm just eager to get to our destination, to be honest. And another big bridge. Wow. What a cool bridge, and you can see off in the distance the water. Could be the ocean over there. Definitely not a lake. I love this. You come out of a mountain, over a bridge, and right back into another mountain. It's crazy. Just absolutely beautiful. And good engineering, too. The Italians are definitely some crafty engineers with that bridge building. That's cool. Alright, looks like there might be a... is this a bypass coming up, maybe? Looks like there's a split in this tunnel. Or do we have to actually exit here? Looks like we're exiting here. What the... Oh, wait, it wants me to go... Wait, whoa. Oh, that was confusing. Oh, I thought it was trying to force me into a gas station or something. Oh, that's weird. Alright, so there was an exit before the tunnel, which made me think I was going into a gas station, so I was confused. Alright, let's slow her down a bit and get back on the road. There we go. Alright. Okay, so I guess we know that roads at any time can just have these immense changes to them. And we're speeding again. Oh boy. You know what? This is the perfect spot for them to put a speed trap, isn't it? Alright, we'll kind of crawl through at a little higher speed. Alright, we do want to go to Villa San Giovanni there. Oh, I guess we can't get back onto that main road. Alright, that's cut off. That's why. There we go. Well, my driving has gotten better, but I'm not perfect. I am proud to say that I've gotten better. Oh, you should have seen me before. Wow. The engines are just beautiful sound. Alright, back to the left we have to go here. I do like the Italian roadway symbols. I do like the fact that they, on the road, tell you whether or not you have to signal ahead of time and merge. And also that exits are written on the road. So that's really nice. Alright, we'll be back up to 80 here in a second. Oh, 40 now. Jeez, I thought we were going back onto the highway. Oh no, we're in a town now. Oh boy, we better back it down there. Oh, we actually got into the villa. Alright, let's bring her down in the gears and coast to our destination. Interesting town at night. One thing too, by the way, when you go on ferries, the daytime travel does change. Wow, look at all these different lanes. That's something that's just going to throw me off. I would definitely just crash on those. There is a little bit of time to get on the ferry and actually travel via ship. So keep in mind that if you leave and it's like a 4-hour trip or something to get across the channel, that it does take a little bit of time, meaning that the daytime could change tonight if you're not careful. Oh boy, I don't know what stop means in Italian. I think we're just going to come to a complete halt here and signal. Get that back down to low. There we go. No traffic here. That's interesting. There's nothing. It's like a large avenue with just zero traffic. But good truck traffic at least. It's probably why those other roads are blocked off, is to simulate truck routes where trucks are not allowed but regular cars can go. Alright, didn't see really a stop here. Maybe a yield, but... Okay, here's the port. Alright. I think I need to go back into 6th gear here. Alright, so getting onto these ships is always tricky for me. This says entrance, though, so you gotta know a little bit of the languages, and you gotta be in the right lane for trucks, that's for sure. How relaxing. This is nice, though. The nighttime drive is really cool here. So you're supposed to stop, of course, but we gotta get to our spawn point. So we'll just kind of cruise in. There we go. Thank goodness for that air ride suspension, huh? Okay, we'll enter here. And we are going to Messina, which is just really, literally just across the... it's such a tiny gap, but it's a 20-minute and €347 trip. Alright, we're here now. Had a little loading sequence between. So we've got our oil. I guess we're the last one off the ship. Alright, everyone, abandoned ship. It's now just only been a few minutes. So what time is it in the game anyway? Oh, it's only like 3 o'clock in the morning. So we'll probably be rolling into our destination pretty early in the morning. Some of these harbors can be a real pain to get out of. And by that I just mean literally getting off the ship and finding the main road. That can be a real big pain. Alright, let's get out of here. There's our exit. And I think we need... Oh, wow. We literally just exit out onto a street. Okay, I guess we'll choose the left lane then. Alright. Alright, very good. Alright, so we just got to stop for a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now we can go again. And, get back onto our main road. Okay, so I don't think there's any highways here that we have to explore, but now we're going to see some of that really inner-city driving and rural driving that I mentioned earlier. Now, there's probably not as many mountains here. I could be wrong, but I think the island's relatively flat and makes for good farmland in some places. I really want to stop and actually get something to eat. Anybody want to pull over? I sure do. These roads are abandoned, though. Where's all the cars? Hello? I mean, it is 2 o'clock in the morning, but... Oh, and we gotta get going. Oh, boy. Alright. I like this. Oh, no, not another stop sign. Or a light. Oh, God. Alright, well, for 2 in the morning, I guess there sure is a lot of traffic lights. Look at that. What does that go to? Must go back to the harbor or something. Maybe a delivery point near the industrial area? That's really awesome. That's really, really cool. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now we just got to get to our final destination with 3 o'clock. Just passing here, 3 a.m. I like the fact that I have a clock on the dashboard. That's kind of nice. Alright, back to the, oh, what is this? Oh, okay, apparently we're in France now. I think the Arc de Triomphe is up here. No, it's actually just like a, is this a town gate or something? That's really neat. Wow. Alright, some final, landmarks to drive through before we get to our destination. I was expecting to see something, but I didn't know it would be like that. I wonder, is that a footbridge or a gate, or what is that exactly? Looks like a little too big to be a gate, I think. Or is it like a train bridge? Maybe there's a train that goes around. Huh. Oh, I bet it's a train bridge that comes into town. That's cool. I wonder if it's connected to the mainland. You know, I don't know if there's any tunnels that go in between Sicily and in Italy, but there you go. All right. Let's go. All right. Boy, there's a lot of bridges here. Man, just trees and everything along this road. I love this. Boy, there's just too many lights, though. Too many lights for me. Alright, let's get past these trucks. Oh, come on now. Don't you merge. Don't you do it. I don't want to be behind these guys anymore. I want to get on the road. Let's go. That's one thing you can do in the game. Alright, so we are not very far from our destination. I just want to hoof it over there and experience what it's like to get on some of these roads. That's really awesome. Alright, sorry. I got a phone call. I gotta really focus on driving now. Be better. I gotta be better for tomorrow. The kids are tomorrow. And I also have more energy now, too. I guess that's what a Coca-Cola will do to you. Alright, so we just need to get to our destination, drop off this oil. Not too much further now. I think we need to go through this toll booth and then through the other side. Wait, what gear are we in here? We are now in 7, so we should be able to just crawl through this. Oh, we can do 80? Oh, no way. Actually a decent highway here. I didn't know what the traffic would be like on the island. I'm seeing some trees. That's nice. I was expecting like a kind of a desert canyon kind of deal. But it's nice to see there are actual, wow, trees here. Take pictures, everybody. Oh, this is kind of cool. They've kind of got these little, oh, this is kind of neat. They've got like these little windows or something. What is this? It's kind of strange. Oh, keep the thing open. There we go. If you actually go through that thing too fast, even though the gate's open, it'll destroy you. It'll absolutely destroy you. Do not do that. I've done that before. That is not good. All right. I really wish we could see it during the day, but I'm glad that... Wow, the high beams are so powerful we lit up the farm. I think we actually lent some sunlight to those plants at night. That farmer owes me some money for the artificial growth of the vineyard over there. Beautiful side farms. Lots of good territory here. Vineyards just everywhere. Up in the hills and just... Well, as they would be. Just beautiful. You know, it's one of those moments in life, too, where it's like... What makes you think... How did the first guy... find like wine, you know what I mean? Like somebody got really hungry and drunk, you know, ate a bunch of I was gonna say drank, but then you see where I'm going with this, but ate a bunch of grapes and then got drunk and it was like, hey man, this is pretty good. But then again, I think they did research and found out that some of the first food that man discovered was like some sort of a gruel that was next to well, of course that was when they discovered bread. Oh, I don't know. Now I'm just hungry, that's all. I want to discover a McDonald's like an explorer. That's what I want to discover. Alright. So again, I think one of the best mods in the game, or both Euro Truck and this, is to actually go to experience real brands. Like, for example, you know, IKEA rather than ICA that's in the game, and for example, McDonald's or whatever else they might have in Europe. Of course, they have DHL trucks, or what is that Danish... What is the Danish shipping company? Do you guys remember that one? It's like, is it Mansk? Oh, there's the Raptor trailer. Oh, there it goes. There goes the Rat Pack right now. Content being delivered on time. There we go. Let's keep up with this guy. This guy knows what he's doing. All right, let's switch gears here. There we go. Let's keep an eye on the Raptor truck. All right, something interesting to finish up with. This car is going to get in our way. We had to catch that truck, everybody. What's the speed limit? Still 80 here on the highway. There we go. We got a capture. Now the whole game has changed. Before it was about the Italy DLC. Now it's all about me. I need to catch that truck. What is that? I think. Wow, that's literally the Euro Truck video being hauled to the YouTube upload position. Oh, come on, buddy. Look at this guy. He's doing 80. Why are you doing the speed limit? Come on. Actually, this island's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Oh, we're almost there, actually. But we've been on the road a lot longer than I thought we would be. And I guess there must be a ring highway around the entirety of the map, which is really nice. Okay, bye, Raptor. Home with the Rat Pack with great content, and people should subscribe. Oh. Sorry, I was so in love with myself. Isn't there like a Greek thing that was about that, where a guy's like looking in the lake too long and then drowns? That's me. Is that Greek or Roman? Is it a Roman story or Greek? Ah, they're the same. My bad. Alright, well, it doesn't matter too much to me. We're almost there. I'm having fun, though. This is what the DLC is all about, and it only costs money to repair. We got plenty of cash. It doesn't matter. No, not the Scania. You know what's nice, though, is that the game doesn't give your truck visual damage. That's kind of a nice thing. There we go. Alright, let's see. What is it? 7th, maybe? There we go. Alright. Well, if you haven't tuned out already, then go ahead and say, that's some tunnel, down below in the comments section. I'm sure a lot of people left after that truck accident. Oop, my bad. It doesn't matter. The cool thing about this game, of course, is when you play with multiplayer, that happens all the time. But I wish multiplayer had cars. I really wish it did. But this DLC just makes me want to play a lot more multiplayer, and a lot more single player, too. Multiplayer to go on these big convoys up and down Italy. And then, of course, multiplayer to just, or rather, the single player with the DLC to just explore all the beautiful terrain. Now, it's only a matter of time until some beautiful mods come out to make it look more beautiful. Obviously, that's one thing that you'd want. And, of course, with that, more detail and just more incredible DLCs. I'm really hoping to see more DLCs. They do have a special transport DLC coming out soon that will add a lot more heavy-ended cargo. So it's really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. All right, let's get up here. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I was looking for a roundabout. Looks like it's just a straight up intersection. There we go. Ah, what a nice drive. All right, well, we're on the road again, looking beautiful. A little highway underpass. Well, Italy definitely has some really good roads. I mean, I'm really impressed. Though I really want a cobblestone road to drive on. That's something I'd like to see. Is in the inner city, it'd be cool if you could really make some deliveries in like old parts of town with cobblestone. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous, man. What time is it? What time is it? It is 5, almost 6 in the morning. It's 5:50 right now. On the dot, 3, 2, 1, boom, baby. There it is, 5:50. And, God, that is just beautiful. Look at that. That right there could be like a cover letter right there. Augusta is what we're driving. Oh, I guess we're just outside of town at a different town. Okay. Maybe this is the Augusta oil refinery or something. Alright. Oh, is this going to be another gate? Oh, this is going to be cool. Oh, they need this in America Truck Simulator. Why don't they have, yeah, obviously they don't want anybody, like, you know, unauthorized vehicles here. But we're authorized, so, well, the gate doesn't open all the way. And then is there a way to... Oh, right, I just park. I think in this one I've got it set to auto, more difficult parking, I think. But, wow, that's looking amazing. Actually, you know what? We're going to cut her here and take a nice screenshot. There we go. Let's get out the photo op. So I'll park that cargo here another time, but right now I just want to take a sweet screenshot. So this game, again, one thing that a lot of people don't take into account is the really awesome, just really gorgeous screenshots that can be taken here. So if you, too bad that fuel tank's in the way, but again, if you take your time, you can really get some gorgeous shots here. Oh, that fuel tank, man. Actually, we should have parked the other way with the truck going the opposite direction, but you can actually see it this way. Oh, that's really cool. That's really nice. All right, everyone. Well, that's our delivery here for today. If you liked what you saw, again, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know you want to see more Euro Truck and much more content in the future. I'll see you all soon, so thanks for your support. Thanks for subbing, and take care. Bye. Buongiorno. DiGiorno? I think that's it. DiGiorno. Yeah, it's not pizza. It's DiGiorno.